Well, it's nice to see you again.
Yes, sir. You know, unfortunately, yesterday I had the setting on my camera wrong.
Oh.
So your footage was not good.
Oh, man.
So let's do it again.
All right, let's do it again. All right.
Although you're not going to be on camera because you're behind me, and this is the camera that.
Oh, it'll be right at me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you can give your story, Hannah.
Yeah, your story.
Oh boy.
Because it's always good to hear a story of triumph out of addiction in particular.
Yeah, he told me about it yesterday when he got home.
It's always interesting, and people love to hear stories like this.
Yeah, true, because I actually watch a lot of them too, even though I'm one of those stories.
Others to try themselves to. So tell me, Hannah, since you're in the
Oh boy.
you're in the seat that is on camera, how did you fall into addiction?
How did I fall into it?
Yeah.
I think it was really my mom, like, she fell back into, like, with the wrong crowd, and it was my aunt, and then me and my cousin grew up from when we were, like, 5 months old each, She's only 3 months older than me, and we'd always been best friends. Her parents let her start doing drugs, and then me and her started it, and that was when I was, like, 13, 14, and it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, very common story.
And then my mom, she, like, before I was born, she was really bad on drugs. She was really bad on, like, coke and whatever speedballs are. I don't know. It's like a
Speedballing off, like.
It's like a up and down. Yeah, it's an up and down, like, mixture, but it can be anything. But that was her thing. And then she got clean, had her own business, and then my stepdad was, like, gambling all her money away. She had 3 pawn shops. She had like $300,000 in the account. All that. She bought our house, the whole 9 yards, and then he gambled it all away. And she got really bad on, like, ice and meth and stuff. That's what I got on. And then when I went to Reno, Nevada is when I started on heroin. It was all for a boy. God will love you more if you do drugs with them. Nope,
But then when me and her met, it was I was in the middle of, like, being in sober living.
Yeah, and I had been clean a couple weeks at that point, but
then we both, like, I kind of just fell off in sober living. I was just like, man, screw it. And then we relapsed. We kept relapsing. We were traveling.
yeah, because I was doing industrial.
Smoking, like, probably 15 fake 30s a day.
I was at like
maybe.
30 because my tolerance.
Yeah, like 30, 20, maybe. Like, I couldn't count. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
I can't.
Really.
I can't how many times he saved my life, though.
Yeah, me and her saved each other's life so many times with Narcan and stuff and chest compressions. It's crazy.
You've never Narcan me, though.
Yeah, I've always did chest compressions.
But you're so big, like, the last time he OD'd, he was literally gray in the face. They said, the EMS said that he was like 7 seconds away from never, like, being back alive. And I literally, like, we didn't know I was pregnant because we didn't find out until I was like 25 weeks because I wasn't showing, and I've had issues with pregnancies and whatnot. And, so I'm over here pregnant, not even knowing it, like 4 months at that point, because I was still skin and bones, like hip bones, all that. Like, and I took pregnancy tests and they were all negative because I've had issues, like I said, with my at the HGC levels and stuff. But I'm like dragging him off the bed. I was like maybe 140 at that time. He's over here 220. I have to drag him off the bed. I'm trying to like do CPR, all that. And called the ambulance, and he had to be in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days on a Narcan drip because it kept just going back out, and he had only done like a little bit.
It was like a little, like, bitty, like, line of car fentanyl. That's
yeah,
what
we
they
didn't
said
know.
It was. They said I didn't know it was car fentanyl. car fentanyl is stronger than
Regular
you know,
fentanyl.
your regular fentanyl. I didn't know there was different types of fentanyl, you know.
Right.
And yeah, car fentanyl is like the brick stuff that comes off straight off the brick. That's not cut and nothing. It's straight fentanyl. It's the most dangerous type of fentanyl it is. It's like a grain that would kill you.
The thing that's just crazy to me is like when you're younger, like when I first started doing heroin, I didn't know really much about addiction, you know? It wasn't like as in tuned I am right now with addiction and like how badly it does affect you. I wasn't back then. Like, I had no idea. I didn't know you like heroin, you physically get addicted to it, all this. And my ex, like, he started me off bad. Like, he started me off straight on black tar, shooting it up. Like, and I'd only ever like snorted some coke, smoked some weed, and smoked some meth before. I'd never done anything like that, you know.
Right.
And that's really what changed my life. That's why I like it. I'm good.
And then for you, what snapped in your head to make you want to get out of that addiction?
The day I found out I was pregnant, it was on my mom's birthday, because that's all I've ever wanted. In 2015, I had a stillborn. Right at 6 months, her umbilical cord was around her neck, and so I gave birth to a stillborn. And then I also lost my son in 2020. And as soon as I found out, it was October 3rd. I think I went 2 days later to the clinic because I found out like late that night, and they only do intakes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that Friday, I went, got put on methadone, and I've been clean ever since. Because all I ever wanted was a baby.
That's awesome that you guys are getting clean together in particular.
Yeah, a lot of couples don't make it out, you know?
Yeah, it's very difficult, especially if you're trying to do it by yourself and you have a partner still using. It's like there's no way.
Yeah, at the moment, actually, she got clean before I did.
It was only like 5 days, though.
Yeah, it was only like 5 days before me. I was still using fentanyl, and then.
Well, you were kind of like withdrawing that night,
withdrawing.
or those, because I had to stay well, or else, because I was already high risk. I already knew I was, and so like the third, I took the pregnancy test at like 7 o'clock at night. Found out I was pregnant. I had to stay well though, because if I had gone on withdrawal, I already knew that part. If I had gone on withdrawal, I could have lost her. So I had to do that, and then right at 5 a.m. I was up here getting my intake. And then they started me off, and since I was pregnant, they kind of quickly did put it up like quicker so I wouldn't lose her, because you have to start at a certain amount. And then normal people, like you would have to wait 3 days to go up on your dose. And then, but with me, since I'm pregnant, they were like, yeah, we'll give you a leeway, like you can like do it within a day or two. Because as your pregnancy goes along, you know, your metabolism goes up. She's taking more from me, so I had to like go up on my dose more.
Right. What was the most difficult part of coming out of addiction for you?
I guess like the friends that you make, like you think like, cause see, people in addiction, they are good. They are good people. It's just addiction makes you, can make you into a monster. It was just all the friends that, and like people that we called family, you know, having to leave them behind in that life.
Right.
Cause I can't bring around this type of people around my daughter, you know.
Yes.
You know, they wouldn't generally be bad people.
No, but
just
I'm
like
not gonna take a chance of someone having fentanyl or anything on their hands and touching my daughter, or like DSS getting called to my house, getting my daughter taken, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll shoot a message, like they'll shoot me a message and I'll be like, I'm good, how are you, kind of thing. But other than that, we kind of just keep to ourselves.
It would definitely take one little tiny accident for somebody to touch the child with the fentanyl on their hands.
Yeah, fentanyl, cocaine, anything, I don't care.
Being the dad I am, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably be in jail.
Yeah, we'd probably both lose our minds if something happened to her.
I'm not gonna lie, someone would probably get beat to a pulp if something like that happened. That's why we had to cut off a whole bunch of people.
And it sucks because it's like
It sucks,
it's
'cause
like
it's
actual family too.
you know? Like,
Like,
I'd even had to cut off my own mom because, like, she's bad off on pills
yeah, her
and
doctor prescribes
cocaine and
her,
stuff like that. Like,
and she's threatened me. She's got like this weird power move with women too. Like, and I'm sorry, she put her hands on me too while I was pregnant. All she did was grab my face, but she would have done it. We know her. She would have done worse. Like, she's
she would have started swinging if I wasn't right there.
yeah. And like it was my baby shower, you know, and I come home and she starts screaming about all it was dishes that her 40-something-year-old or almost 40-year-old son, who's still really bad on meth, didn't do. And she's screaming at me saying to do them, and I was like, I just lost it at that point. I was like, please just leave me alone.
It's pretty awesome. You guys can work on it together. That's for sure.
That's why we always tell people, like, everyone's like, how do y'all make it look easy? And it's like, to everyone's face, you know, we make it look easy, but behind closed doors, it's a lot of work.
I'm sure it is. Life in general is hard as it is, right?
It definitely is not easy. I still go through it. Like I said yesterday, whenever I lost my dad, that's what spiraled me like all the way off into fentanyl and heroin, because I honestly wanted to be gone before him, you know?
Right.
I wanted it to take me before him, so we could meet there, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking in my brain. Like, that's literally how I was thinking. But I didn't notice what it was doing to my body and my brain at the same time.
Now, you don't really realize what type of you think you're still the same type of person, and then like you see these videos people take of you while you're partying and stuff, and you're like, that's not who I actually am.
Right.
And you see like these messages like you send and whatnot. It's like, yeah, it just looks back and it's embarrassing.
Like, numerous charges because of fentanyl I've gotten, and a lot of legal trouble. Like, every time I get on it, I get in legal trouble.
Yeah, well, we could get on it for
Yeah,
long
it's
periods.
just not worth it. It's not worth the long run of doing it. Because right whenever I started doing it, I got a burglary and a safe cracking, looking at almost like 30 years in prison. And God, I don't know
But you
how
also
I
did
got
that because of your ex-wife, you know, taking all your money and your dad's, you know, passing away
she
of
was
cancer.
taking all the money and stuff and spending it on nails and
Drugs
meth and
herself.
drugs for
Well,
herself.
his dad, who's dying of cancer, is sitting there starving, you know.
He's sitting there starving and shit, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't got no job. I'm still failing at
She
this
refused to
point.
leave.
She was refusing to leave, like, and she was claiming that I was keeping her there, like, not by her will. And it really was not like that. Like, I told her to get out several times and leave. You know, you can go, like...
She even said that. When she ate those 30s Xanaxes, too.
Gosh.
Yeah, she ate 30 just for attention.
Yeah, I used to sell, like, hundreds of them. Like, I used to be bad off in the streets, like, selling a lot of shit. Yeah, I was in Myrtle Beach. They call it Fentanyl Beach.
Fentanyl Beach.
Yeah, they called it Fentanyl Beach. And yeah, I would do a whole numerous of things. I would run women. I would sell fentanyl. I would sling Xanax. I would do a whole bunch of just off the wall shit that could get me locked up for many years.
No, you didn't sell women. You
I mean, I
watched
did
me.
for a little bit.
That's not what you told me. I thought you just watched them for me.
Yeah, for like 6 months while he's in jail.
Oh.
Yeah. But now he's in prison.
Yeah, see, like,
He's in prison now for doing all that shit. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to end up like that, you know?
Yeah.
Last time I went to jail, I looked at everyone in there, and they thought it was, like, cool to be in there, you know?
no,
like,
it's not cool.
Like, no, hell no, it's not cool. Like, everyone thought, like, they're so badass and they're the way they walk, the way they talk, just the way they put themselves off in there. It's like they're kind of like, I don't know, not glad to be in there, but like, that's the life they're used to, you know? That's all they know. It's so institutionalized, you know?
You were kind of that's how you kind of were when I met you.
Like, whenever you get out of jail, like, you're just like, oh, well, I don't really care to go back. And then you go back, and then it's just a rotation of the same shit.
Yeah, that is an interesting phenomenon, what you're speaking of, as far as the attitudes of the incarcerated.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is really sad.
That's
like,
how
I watched
his
my
brother is.
brother, like, my brother, Jay, he's still bad on meth, and he's very, very, like, institutionalized bad. Like, he's seen some shit, like, people getting finished off, like, getting stabbed up and finished off, like, their neck sliced up in front of him.
Like the ISIS videos.
Like, ISIS videos, like, he sent me videos while he was in prison, like, of people just laying on the ground dead, and he's, like, having to walk over them and stuff.
You were like 10, 11, 12.
No, I was like
right?
15 seeing these videos. Like, I'm like, damn, dude. This is what he's having to go through every day.
Teething toys. I got all this. Got none of the toys.